And before starting today's class, let us uh, rewind what we have learned in last class. Okay. So what I did, I created the Git repository, and in that Git repository README file, I have pushed all the things which I have taught you on last class. So let us see what are the things which we have learned, and if you have any issue, please comment here, uh, if you don't able to answer these things. The first thing which I tell you, like, what is React.js? So React.js is simply a JavaScript library that is used to build a user interface. Okay. Then who built React? We all know it has been built by Facebook. Okay. Current version is version 18, and if you want to know like what is a component in React.js, the component are basically a primary building block of React applications. What it means to say, like, with the help of component, we develop our React application. So it's a small part which can work independently, and by the combination of those, we can create our full-fledged React application. Okay. Then I tell you regarding the JSX, like what is JSX? So JSX is something like JavaScript XML or JavaScript extension. Okay. Some person call it as a JavaScript extension. Some says it's a JavaScript XML. Both answer are right. So what JSX allow us? It allow us to write HTML into our JavaScript code. So when you see your React application, or when you develop your React application, you only see the JS file. You only see the JS code. There are no HTML code in your application other than the index.html. So in your whole application, you will only see a one single application, that is index.html, and rest you will only see the JS file, and in that JS file, you will write your HTML. So this features, this facility has been given by the JSX, okay, which has been developed by the React team. Okay, any dot till here? Anybody have any dot till here? Silent mean no. Okay, let's go further. Okay, how React gain a high performance, mean why React are fast than other application. The reason is simple, like React use the virtual DOM. Okay, it does not use the actual DOM of your browser. It create one photocopy of your DOM, and then work on that DOM, and if there are any changes, it only change the particular portion of the DOM, okay, into your real DOM. So in that way, it work less. Okay, it changed less, due to which we can see a high performance in our React application. Then we learn about like what is one-way binding. So one-way binding means a flow of data is restricted on one place. Mean it either goes from your controller to view mean your HTML, and controller mean your JS. So from HTML to JS, or from JS to HTML. Okay. Uh, Next question was SPA. What is SPA? What is single page application? So React, with the help of React, we make a single page application. It's mean we will only have a one page. Then based on our need, or our whatever thing we do, I mean the transition happen. Okay, and the particular portion get changed which we want to change, but your main page remain the same. Okay. So few application that has been built on React, example are Facebook, Instagram, Netflix, okay, Code Academy, Radix, and then we learn like how can we install a Node.js, and sorry, how can we install a Node.js, sorry, React.js. So to install a React.js, we need a Node.js version 14 plus in your machine. Okay, if you have that, that's it. You can install React.js and run your React.js application. Then how can we create our React application? To create your React application, we need npx create React app, and then your application name. Okay. So with this command, you will create your React application. One question comes up like why we use npx, why not npm? uh, because if we use npm, every time it will download all the dependencies. But if you use npx, what happened, it will check your system cache, and if it already had those dependency, it will read it from your machine. Okay, not download everything from the internet. So that's why I mean developer prefer to use npx, because after first time, the second time when you create your application, it will be it will be done within a minute. Okay. Uh, what type of knowledge we need to learn React? So to learn React, we need HTML, CSS knowledge, JavaScript knowledge since it's a front end technology, and some knowledge of ECMA 6. Now regarding ECMA 6, I have shown you some of the function which comes up in ECMA 6. So uh, I mean a very basic function, or a most popular function that comes with ECMA 6 is an arrow function. So what is an arrow function? Arrow function is a way of writing your function. Okay, traditionally when we write a function, we used to write something like this. I mean, we give some variable name, the function, round bracket, then the curly bracket, and then do something and return something. But arrow function, what it does, it remove this function. Okay, and instead of function, it brings this arrow sign, right, in Equations. And rest you will see it's the same, but what it does, it remove function from the front of this, and then it bring the arrow on back side of this. Okay. Okay. And then if you have only one liner, mean where you there is only one line, then you do not need any return or any third bracket. Okay, in declaring your arrow function. So this function can be written like this, and it will work fine without giving any issue. Okay, so how we pass a variable in arrow function? Simple. In parentheses we pass the value as we used to do in our traditional functions. Okay, same thing. Like if there are only one value which we are passing in arrow function, we may skip the parenthesis, right? Then different I would say array methods has been developed in ECMA 6, like map. Okay, in mean and these are very useful. I mean in React you
Sir,
will see in many places. Yes.
excuse me, sir. If we have to pass two parameter, then we have to give a
We have to,
parenthesis.
yeah, that's compulsory.
Yeah.
Parenthesis is compulsory.
Okay. Okay. If there is only one parameter, then there is no need to pass. There is no need to use parenthesis, right?
Yes, yes, we can skip that. We can give or we can skip.
Okay.
That's totally up to you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Then come the map. So with map, what happened? We can loop any array, like this array. This this is an array. Okay. And in React, you will see when you do some codes and loop any array, they generally use the map method. Okay. The map is nothing but it will loop the whole array, and these items contain the each elements. Okay, like for first time it will contain apple, then banana, then orange, and this my list will return the same array. So you can do uh, sorry, this my list return what you return from these variables. Okay, if you return the same thing, then it will again contain the same thing, same apple, mango, banana. But if you add something, I mean with this loop you can add some HTML text and append it. So instead of simple this, it can hold the tags also. Like for each value, I can add this value in a paragraph. So it will become paragraph p apple paragraph close, then p paragraph start banana paragraph close, paragraph start orange paragraph close. Okay, in this way.
So why we don't use for loop here?
See, for loop, we have to maintain I and everything. We can use. Okay, there is no restriction. But this map method, what it will do, it will return also. Okay, mean it will return those data. Mean the collection of those data. Okay,
Okay.
which are coming here. We don't
Okay.
need to return anything. It will automatically return it, and it will return something like this. I mean the same thing. It will return, but we can append something. And
Okay.
if
We
we
can.
use a for loop,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and if we use a for loop, then what we have to? We have to initialize one another array. Then we have to push another array, right?
Yes. Yes. Right. Right.
This item into that array. But that thing has been can be done automatically with the help of
Automatically.
map function.
Okay. Got it.
So, yeah. So instead of writing 4 5 lines, this can be done with a single line. Okay. Then this structure is nothing but way of reading the parameters or writing the parameters. Okay. I will show you how we are doing. Then the spread operator. This is also you use very extensively in React.js. So in the spread operator, what we do multiple things. Like we can combine an array, we can combine the JSONs. Like if we have one array, two array, okay, and if you want to combine this, then we can give this. So the triple dot. Okay, what it will do, it will combine these two and make a single array. Similarly, if you want to combine the two objects, same thing, dot, and then combine it. Okay, and then this modules mean what? Mean whenever we want to export or import, mean whenever we want our file to be accessible from outside, we give export into that file, and whenever we want to read that file from any other place, we use import statement. We will learn that this thing, okay, in upcoming class. And then the ternary operator. Ternary operator is nothing but a single liner if else. Okay, instead of if else, React.js use ternary operator very extensively. Like instead of this line of code, we can simply write in this code, and you will see lots of React.js in React.js. Uh, we generally use, or whenever you get any library, they generally use the ternary operator instead of if else. Okay. So this was our yesterday learning. So these are the things which we have learned yesterday, and then what we did, we created one application. We created one simple application. Let me show you that. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So what we did, we tried to we created some application. Okay. Now in today class, what should be our learning path. Let me delete everything first. So today I will tell you like how to create the components, how to create the different components, then how to use those components, and then how to create router in your component. Okay, and last, how to add design in your application. Okay, let me delete everything. That would be better. Okay, don't have anything. Let me delete this. We don't need anything like this. Let me delete home.js. Mhm. Yeah, delete this also. So in our application, in our React application, as I told you earlier, like we just need two things. Okay, what are the two things which we need? We need this index.js, which is our entry point of our React application, or the JS portion of your React application. And the second thing, which would be very important, is your index.html page. So we just need these two page. Okay, and rest we need to pay. I mean, whatever thing you get from after installing the application, you can delete everything. You just need this to page. Rest everything you can delete. Okay. Other than this package.json. So let me remove everything. That would be easier. Okay. Okay. So for yesterday class, do anybody have any question? It was basically a theoretical class. Okay. No question. Okay. Uh, hmm. And last day I told you, like we always maintain some kind of what architecture, okay, or some kind of design uh, while creating your web application. So whenever you try to develop your application, always try to maintain some kind of design. Okay, like in our my case, when I was in IBM, we used to maintain this carbon a design system. If you go to any IBM website, if you go ibm.com, you go to their website, or any website which they maintain, you will see a consistency. Okay, how their, I mean, how their menu comes in, the color code, if you hover anything, and if you see how their buttons are, okay, you will always see a consistency. And whenever they develop their applications also, you will see everything are similar. Mean they maintain a consistency in their application. Okay, so how they maintain those things, they have their guidelines. Okay, they have their guidelines, and or an architectural design, okay, which has been given to them, like all the developers who are there should follow. I mean, generally we don't follow, but they should follow some kind of architectural designs. Okay, so for that, one example is this carbon, that which are used by the IBMer. And then this is the front UI. Okay, same thing for Microsoft people used to follow this front UI. Okay, front UI. So in this, you will see what kind of color we need to use, what kind of content we need to use. If we are giving margin, then how much margin you should give. If you are giving a padding, then how much padding you have to give. Everything, okay, everything they have defined. And if you follow this thing and see, like any website which have been developed by them, you will see, okay, everything are almost similar. See the color design. If you see, I mean if it's a gray color, and if you check the color codes, you will find it's almost similar. It's almost, you see, for drop down this way, right? So if you check the color codes and everything, even the text font or text size, you will find it's almost similar. Okay, and how it is working. So this kind of, I would say, a pattern are given by the big companies, and as a developer you should follow this thing. Then what happen, you will see your website will be a very consistent one. Okay, and if you go to go to those companies and be our architecture, and you design any system, then this would be very helpful one, because your design would be acceptable to any place. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So try to go there, how they are doing. Like say, if it's a correct one, they are showing the tick mark on the right. If it's the wrong one, uh, so these pattern mostly it has been told by the big company person to follow. Okay, and based on this pattern, they get the Figma design, or they get the UX design. Okay, and then only their application start to get developed. So let's go further. Okay. Last day I told you, like, we can create our application using this command, right? npx create react dash app, and then whatever name we want to create our application. Once I did this, I got this website. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me delete my application, whole application, and start from fresh. That would be better. Let delete everything. And in between this, let me create a ignore ignore page. Okay, contributor and node underscore modulation. Ignore this folder from our uh, GitHub folder. I did something wrong. Simply first delete my application. That's all. Yes, yes. Close this. Close this. Let's start with fresh folder. And then I will put the whole application into that Git repository. Open folder. Folder. Okay. Let's create our application. Uh, let's name it as a Reactjs. So it might take 1 minute. Then what I was telling, like today we will create 4 things. Okay, we will see how we can integrate Bootstrap in our application. Then the second thing, we will try to create a few components and see how we can utilize those components. Third, we will create some routers. Okay, we will create our routers in our application, and we will uh, we will go to those page, like how uh, React does the routers work, and how it's translate from one page to another. And at last we will see some form, like how we create some form, how data flows in React. Okay, if we get time. It will take 1 or 2 minutes. Let me tell you that also, like for designing we will use Bootstrap. Okay. And then for router we will use React router. simple one, very basic one. How we can, how we so let it get downloaded and then we can start. Okay. So what I did, I just go there and then I start my application. Okay. Now, for any website, anything, any website, even if you see your this GitHub, what we see some fragment, some part, right? There's then some menu, yeah, some menu, then something, and then some other functionality. So what React did, it tell you not to have everything at one place. Okay, not create a big template or a big pages. Okay, in for your application. What you should do, you should try to divide your application into smaller pieces, right? And that smaller pieces, React call it as a component. Okay, so if you see any website have two or four things which are common, right? What are those? Some headers, some menu, some footers, right? And some body. These three or four things are common in each and every website. In the headers, the menu, the footers, and the body. So let's create those things in our React application. Okay, as I told you earlier, like we don't need anything else other than index and index.html. We don't need anything. So what we can do, we can delete rest of the thing. Okay, we can delete rest of the thing, even app.js. For now, I am keeping it as it is, but what I will do, I will delete other files which I think are not useful for me. Okay, okay, we have a very simple application right now. Then what we can do, in order to create our component, we will create one folder. Okay, uh, earlier on people used to create with the name component. Now with the advance of Nest.js, they use page. So in some place you will find people are using page name as name for the component. So you can use any of that. I will use component Okay, so I did that, and then inside component, you can create another folder or simple a JS file. It depends upon you. Okay, you can go on any way, but I generally prefer to have a folder inside it, because if I have to create some custom CSS, or if I have to use some custom images, then I can use it on that folder. Okay. And one more thing, all your naming conventions should start from capital letter, right? My component name had got started from capital C. So all your naming convention in React should start from capital letter. So this contain my headers. What- So inside this, I will store our header component. Then I created footers, then menu, and then body, or I would call it as a dashboard. Okay, what happened? Did I created a file? Thing. Let me see. Did I created a file or a folder? SRC components, or I created a file, not a folder. Okay, let me delete. Okay, inside component. Oh, sorry, this was for file, footers, header, footer, dashboard. Dashboard, anything else? Menu. And then we have to create the JSX function, or the function which will return the component. Okay. So how can we find the code? We can simply use this thing. Okay. Copy this and paste it. Uh, Sorry, we have to create the file also, the JS file, dashboard.js. And then what I did, I just copy it and pasted it. And then I will uh, export it so that this page can be used by other peoples also. And I will return something. Spelling mistake. Export default. Spelling mistake. And I give some one h1 tag and tell this is our headers header page. Okay. No, dashboard. Okay. So what we did, we created one, I would say, component for our dashboard. Okay. Any question till here?
No,
Easy?
sir.
Okay,
Easy.
easy. Yeah. Then
It's good.
similarly, we will create the other thing. Footer.js. The same thing. I will replace this name to footer, and I will export the footer variable. I will just change the instead of here. um, and save header. Now, if you will see, we are not making any HTML page anywhere. We are just making the JS page, and inside JS page, we JS with the help of JSX, sorry, yeah, JSX, we are utilizing the HTML code. We are able to write the HTML code, and then our menu dot JS. Same thing I will do. I will just copy. Okay, I will copy here instead of the components. This will be our menu component. Okay. So regarding that, it makes it skip what I told. Like if we want to uh, make our application to be accessible to other page, we need to give export. Okay. So in our code, in all our component, what we did, we have given this. So this means this variables or for our case, this function can be accessible to any other page. Okay. So the second questions come like how we can access it. So ECMAScript give us this import thing. Like if we want to use any module or any files from some other page, we have to import it. So any other page which from where I can import this thing, I can use this function. Okay. So what I will do in our app.js page, which is our landing page. How it's our landing page because in index.js, I am rendering this component, the app component. Hence, our app.js become the landing page, become the page where our application uh, will will comes up. Okay. So let's do something. Let's change our application and let's see how we can use component in our application. Okay.
Sir, can you please come again? Can you?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. As I told you earlier on, like our index.js page is our landing page for our React application. I mean, actually, it's a uh, index.html, but inside index.html, we are including this for HTML it's index.html, and for JS file it's this index.js is our landing page. Whenever React.js get compiled, it will run only these two things, index.html and index.js file. So index.html are inside our public folder, and index.js is inside our
So
src folder, source
SRC folder.
folder. Okay, so it will compile this to page. Okay, and since in this page, what I told, like whenever React render the application in browser, it will it mean here I define, okay, please render app.js page. That's why whatever code it's written here, that is getting
Will
shown.
print. Okay,
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 that
okay.
is getting
And
shown.
whatever the module you will write here, then it will show there.
Yeah, I can do it in any way. I mean, I
Okay,
can use this thing as one component, or I can use everything, okay, as one component. So components should be written in such a way that it can run standalone. I mean, it does not need anybody help. Okay. So you should write your component in such a way like
mhm,
you can run. I mean, you can run this page also without any help. Yeah, you may need a data, so you need to pass those data, and then this portion should run. Okay,
okay,
without any problem. So
But
that should be
now
the
what? Okay.
yes.
Now whatever in app.js is running in this page
Mhm.
through index.js, right?
Yeah, it is through index.js, not through
Okay.
app.js.
Okay. Okay. Got
So
it, sir.
how? Let me show you. Okay, what I can do, I can import what? Let me import dashboard, and then instead of app, let me use the dashboard component. Now when I save, it get compiled, and now you can see this is our dashboard page. So this tell like there is no uh, value for app.js because our page get rendered from index.js only. Okay, if we provide the information here, then only we can it mean that page get rendered,
Okay, sir.
right?
Got it.
So application any application sorry. So if you want to utilize the multiple components, then how can we do? We can simply import those and then use the other component also. Then what will happen? Both component will load now. First the dashboard and then the app.js. If you see now my design seems like this.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Whatever component we put first, like dashboard we put first, it will render above the app, and after dashboard it will print app, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I would not say first or last.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ideally it should be first, but based on our design. Okay, like if I provide it any div and give some custom design, so that this div mean if I give it in some div and give some design, okay, like it should be on a bottom only, right? Then what will happen? This page will go to the bottom, but ideally it will follow uh, the
Top,
way it come. Okay, the way it come.
top to bottom approach.
Yeah, top to bottom approach. But with CSS and design thing, we can change this also. Okay. If
Okay,
we
in
apply
CSS,
any,
yeah, GG.
if we apply some CSS, uh, and through this we can change this the whole design also. Okay. But ideally it should be first, then second, then last.
Okay.
So let me import everything. Import footer menu. So now if we do something like this, first header, and you can see this thing. If I give something like this, see, React, I would say not React, uh, JSX always tell you to close the syntax. Okay, if you don't close any syntax, then it will give this kind of error. Okay, like the JSX element, this has no corresponding closing tag. So whenever you give any tag, always try to close it, and it has two ways. First, give a opening tag and give the closing tag in this way, or the shortened way, like after giving the opening tag, give backslash here, it will automatically get closed. Okay. So header, then menu, and at the bottom, footer. Now you can see the design get changed. Okay, two-turn footer. Let me see what happened. Okay, I think it's for footer dashboard menu. Inside menu, I give the message like this is our footer. Any question till here? Anybody have any question? Now you can see our application become like this. Okay. So all the component. co- comes up to the place correctly. Okay. Any question here?
No, sir.
So it's a very easy thing, right? We will
Yes. Yeah.
create a different component, okay, based on the functionality, and then based on our need, we have to include those. We have to include at any place, okay, and then utilize that thing. Now, this thing does not look good, right? This thing does not look good. I mean, our website cannot be like this. So, in order to design it, what we will do, we will use Bootstrap. Okay. So, how can we use Bootstrap in our application? So, go to React Bootstrap and then just copy this thing and npm install React Bootstrap. Okay. So, what it will do, it will include Bootstrap in your application. Let me create one more. Okay. So let me install Bootstrap in our application and then we will slowly change our design. Okay. So this is uh, website link, and then we will change our design structure. So what happened? You can see our package JSON got changed and the version 5 of the Bootstrap got installed in our machine. Okay. Now with this, we can add the Bootstrap design in our application. Since we are using Bootstrap design, we can remove this. We can remove the design which comes from React. So we can simply clear our index.js. So there is no design on our application. But if any designs are there, it is getting load from Bootstrap. Okay. So let's do something. Give some designing. So if you see any website, it has two things: some headers, then some menus. Okay. Let us see what do we have those kind of features in Bootstrap and how can we use it. Instead of this, for Bootstrap, let's see some examples of it. Okay, let's see the docs and let's see if we can add anything, any design in our application or not. Okay. So first thing what I will do, I will create some nav bar. Okay. So in our menu, what I will do, I will replace my menu with this code, right? Whatever code it has, I will simply uh, replace our menu portion with this. I will keep fragment as it is and then replace this text with the content which I got from Bootstrap website. Very easy.
Yes, sir.
Now, once I did that, I can see several errors. Okay, you can see three errors, right? And if I go to the problem section, I can see some errors have got populated in our application. Why? Because we are not working on HTML or JS. We are working with JSX. Okay. So JSX have some limitation or some difference with the traditional HTMLs. What what are those difference? First, it it get confused with this class name. As I told you earlier, like instead of menu, we can give class menu also. Okay, okay, that should work. That will work. In class menu, extend then interface, something like that. Extend React DOM or something. I forgot the name. Yeah, that will work. Okay, but but then with this code, you can see this is also class. This is also class. Okay, so JSX get confused like what it is, whether it's a HTML class or a JavaScript class. So it throw error. Okay, it start to give error. We can see some errors are there. So let us resolve that and see what happens. What I will do, I will simply copy our class and then change it to class name. Okay, so instead of class, whenever we will work with React JS or JSX, we have to use class name.
Yes.
Okay, first thing. Again, some more problems are there. The most problems are there. What are those? If we simply click here, we get to know something like this. Okay. Now, as I told you earlier on, GSX, like in this HR code, HR horizontal line. So with this, in HTML, we don't need to add any closing tag, right? But in JSX, I told you each and every tag which get open should always get closed. So for that, this error are showing. The JSX HR element has no corresponding closing tags. It means we have to give the closing tag. Either give a shorthand way, like at the end, give backslash. It will resolve this. Okay, or give backslash HR. The way you want, you can use any other way. Okay, anyway, same thing happened with the input. Again, in input, we don't need to give any closing tag for the traditional HTML, but with JSX, it is telling you to give. Okay, and now you can see our errors are gone. Now from red, our menu becomes yellow. It's mean all our errors are gone, but we can see a new thing, a warning. Okay, so in traditional HTML, if we don't want to give anything, any href, we used to give hash. But with I mean JSX, it tell don't give hash. If you don't want to show anything in href, give backslash only. So if I do this changes, I think most of our errors are gone. I mean everything are gone. Only I can see one thing like this, right? So I can give href also here. Okay. Now we can see a clean code. Now our code got clean. And if we go to our page, so where it is, this one. No. So now this page become like this. Okay. I think our design not mean this HTML we have able to include, but we haven't included the design in our application. Why? Because we have installed the uh, Node.js, sorry, Bootstrap package in our application. Okay, but we haven't included it. So in order to make utilize this thing, utilize Bootstrap, we need to include it package also. So where we will do that thing, we will go to index.js, and here we will include our Node.js package. So sorry, Bootstrap a package. I think it should be inside index.html. Okay, sorry. So after installing, there it is. Okay, that's. Uh, so, so started introduction installation. Okay, we have done the installation, and then we can do in two way. Okay, Either we can copy the CDN version, or simply what, we will not copy. We will not use the CDN one. What we can do. We haven't given an example. Let me copy it from one here. Okay. For inside JS, my mistake. So we should copy this thing. Did I miss anything? Should be inside index.html. I can use the serial version which they have given, but I don't want to use it. Okay, I just want to use the main. I mean, from the bootstrap which we have installed. Let me see. I think here they should provide. Okay, yeah. So they give the serial one. Serial one. I want the custom one. We want the serial. Okay, let us use the serial one for now. But can be from anywhere. Copy this thing and put it inside our index.html. Index.html. Public and inside index.html. Now when I reload it, what happened? Why, why bootstrap are not getting inputted here? Any error? No error. Let me restart it. Okay. file, but my CSS is not getting load. Why? Let me let me do it and try to do it again. Like load file, after title CSS. Like, I just copied the JS portion. Okay, that's why design version of it. Now I think everything is fine. Yeah. So now when I see our application, see something got changed, right? We get some kind of menus. Okay, so the text bar which was there in this nav bar. Yeah, in this nav bar. So we able to add this design in one component. If you see this design are coming from this menu component. Got it? So now the bootstrap has been included in our application. Now we can do design from bootstrap. Any question till here? And if you want to know what I did here, I simply copy the CDN version. Okay, I given the CDN URL of the Bootstrap minified and then CDN URL of the Bootstrap's minified CSS. Okay, but ideally earlier on I wanted to use it from this node module. Uh, we need to link this thing. We can do that. Okay, later on I will do that. So any question till here? Anybody have any question? I think today very less person are there. Two, three. But still, any question you have till the thing which I told you, explain you till now. Hmm? कुछ भी क्वेश्चन है अभी के लिए? See, what I did, I created multiple component and then मैंने सारा component को एक जगह join कर दिया, right? I joined all component in my index.js file. So same thing will happen. I mean, और ये जो this rendering are happening, we can do it with some conditions also. Okay, based on some conditions, this thing will load. Like why I said our mm, our ternary operator, we should know the ternary operator. Why? तो अगर आप जाएंगे, show you that. What I'm trying to show you, like people have this kind of case also. Let's see whether I can pull this up. If now we will go to the application. There it is. Yeah, you can see this ternary operator are able to compile this thing. Okay, and even based on our uh, conditions which we gave, we can render any template. What I am trying to do, I am trying to get the component based on some condition. So it you can do it with the ternary operator like that. But if you try to give an if else, then uh, there might be some issue. You cannot do it. See, my header component comes twice, right? Because what I did, I give it a true condition here. If I change it to false, then what happened in between? We can see a new component, that is our footer component. So that's why in earlier stage I told, like before jumping into uh, this thing, you should have some knowledge of these things and how these things are working. Okay. So any question till here?
Firdous, I have one question.
Yes.
Right now we have added uh, a bootstrap, React bootstrap through CDN, right? We
Yes.
can
Yes.
do,
Yes.
we can install and also work on it one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I had installed, but actually I am not. I mean, I should only have to include here. Okay. So what happened? I could not able to find the code for that. I mean, we just need to include these two bundles. Let me see. Let me see if we can do that also. That bootstrap when it got installed at the rate bootstrap. Not going here. Yeah, this is the bootstrap. Let me include that also. Okay. This is our unified. If we can copy this path, we will be fine. Okay. So instead of this, let me copy it from forward mode. I am not getting the option. Actually, it should be very simple. I mean, we just need to include it. But I got it. Okay, so we can do it in this way also. Okay, the CSS and this unified option. Same thing, same thing for our bundle JS also. Instead of this, we will go bundle one. CSS or yeah, dot, now it will create. JS. Let's see whether it will work. And somehow this is not getting, but in this way you can do. Okay, let let us don't waste much time. So in that way also you can include, and it will work. In morning time in my machine it was working. So somehow I am doing a small mistake. Okay, it's not coming. So let it be like this, but you can include in this way also. I think I have. I may install something else. Okay. So till here, any question other than this bootstrap portion, I think you can do it. Okay, you will try, you can do it. For my case, I'm sure happy. So any question like how the page are getting rendered, how we can dynamically insert the mm, component, and what are these components, and how React are utilizing this thing. You are clear with this thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now we will try to create some routers. Okay, because we have our menu. Now what we will do, we will utilize this menu, and then based on our click we will route to some other page. So let me delete everything, delete all the component which I have created, and then go forward. Okay, so we will have one dashboard page. This should be there, and then we will create some more pages, and then we will try to route our application from one page to another, like contact us, then help, helper contact, and yeah, okay. Then any others. Okay. No page. So 404. Okay. If no page, okay. So let us give something here. Uh, so JS file here. JS, and same thing I will do the way I have done for the other cases. And last one should be our. I do lots of mistakes while writing these things. Last is our 4042. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create three pages. Okay. One is your dashboard. Second should be your contact us page. Third should be your carrier page. So I want to route into these three pages. So to do that, first we have to create the routing link. Let me delete rest of the thing. Okay, we have lots of things. What I will do, I will create some menu here. Remove this to drop down and this thing, and then add another link. Okay, and see how it works. So let us keep this to let remove these things. This drop down. and this disable portion. So what we have? We have home. Home would be our dashboard page. Okay. Then the second link which we have, this should be our carrier. Use the carrier one. And the third page should be our help, contact us. If I reload this, all the things are gone, and let's make our application something sophisticated. Okay, and let us create the dashboard also.
Sir, can you please remove that replace for tab on above?
Which okay,
Yes.
so what I am trying to do, I want to keep my app.js as my index page. Okay, as my main page, and then I am trying to create three more links. You can see home would be your home. If we click on home, it will come to this page only. Okay, this app.js page. For dashboard, it should come to this page, our dashboard page, and carrier and contact us page. I mean, when I click, it should come to this two, I would say, controller. Okay, component, the carrier and contact us component. So as I told you earlier on, like React is not a full-fledged framework. Okay, it is just a library. So in order to utilize all those things, some the features of the framework, we need to do lots of more things. Okay, let me clean this thing up. Let's have our header and footer only. Let's have our menu and footer, okay, as a default one. And then I removed all the other things. This looks much more sophisticated, right? Let's remove the footer one also. Give something for the footer. So this is for base nav. We can use base class in our footer. Okay. Again, whenever you copy any HTML from any place, you will see a lots of error or warnings. So in order to resolve that, as I told you earlier on, like we need to replace few things. Class should be class name. Yes. href this should be href hash should be href backslash. Okay. And, and any tag which are not got open, you got closed, you need to close that. So it's anchor tag. Okay. And any anchor tag which does not have any href, we have to give it. Okay. If you do that thing, all your error will be gone. So what I will do in footer also, I will use the similar thing, similar way, some kind of link, or let it be what it has in default. Okay. So now your application look like this, right? So now add router in our application. I mean, if I click on home, then it will come to this page. If I click on dashboard, it should come to the dashboard page. If I click carrier, then it should comes to the carrier page. Same for contactors page. So how we can do that thing? Let's see. Let's type React router. Okay, so it will bring us to the home page of React router, and it tell lots of things. Okay, you can go there and see each and everything. So simply, if you if simply what I will do, I will instead of reading all those things, what I will do, I simply come to this WP school, simple one, and then I copy this. So in order to use router, you have to use this module, React router DOM module. Okay, this module should be installed in your machine. So what I did, I simply go there, copy this command, open my terminal, and then install it. Okay, is it simple or very tough thing till now? No
Simple, sir.
answer. Simple. Okay, till here. Okay. And what I will do, as I told you earlier, like your index is your main page, index is your base page. So your routing mechanism should be written in your index page only. Okay, I always says like people usually say your app.js is your main page. That's a wrong thing. Your index.js is a main page because you are pointing your index to app. That's why app got called. But for most of the case, I think I mean in reality your index page is your main root page from where your application start. Okay, and so let us do what they did. See, they have created some layouts. Mean they have created some component here, and then in I think yeah in index.js they have used those components and define your routes. Okay, like for which URL it should go to which pages. Okay, so what I will do, I will copy this thing and paste it here. Okay. Now this thing is called destructuring. Okay, in code I have told you, like if I go to this portion regarding the destructuring. So if we want to use a multiple variable inside uh, one variable, then we can give the curly brace and use it. So this is a way like we can include multiple variables. Okay, if you go to this code, you will find it export the multiple variable, and at one go we can import it like this. Okay, now go to the code again. What what they did? Okay, they included these two things: browse router, routes, and route, and then they use this thing. Okay, so browse router is your main, I would say, router which tell okay, in it tell the browser to route those things. Okay, and inside these routes define the actual route. Right, like routes is a collection of, I would say, routes. Okay, router or your URLs. Okay, copy this and simply paste it inside our index.html, or not in index.html. What I will do, I will do it anyway. Mhm. Should I keep here or okay? What I will do, I will not use app. I will use app as a sorry. I will not use here. I will use inside our app. Okay. I will keep this as it is and make app as our landing page. And inside app, I will tell a return this thing. Okay. give me 1 minute. Okay, give me just one minute. I have what should be better. Let me check. Let me. Okay, okay, let it be inside our index. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so we can create index as our as a new components also. Okay, let us create that. Let app be what it is, and inside our index, let us create it as a new component. Okay. Okay. Parsing error app is already been declared. Okay. Make this one as your landing page. Dashboard. Make this one as root app. So what I did, I simply created this index.js as our root app. Okay, I mean root component. So from here only, all the application will get start, and then whatever thing we need, let us import. Okay, what we need app as our dashboard or as our landing page. Then let us see what kind of, okay, carrier, import carrier. Okay, then next component will be actors, and contact us dashboard. And then let us change everything. Okay, so as the way I told you, like our app should, I will treat this as our index page. So if the same name here, and then for the different path we will define, like if somebody gives slash carrier, then it will open this component. Okay, if somebody type slash contact us, it will open this route. Okay, somebody type, create one more dashboard, will open this controller. Let us import one more thing, like for any other wrong URL, we call this no page component. Okay, so this is our route. I mean, we have created the link, like from browser. If we call this URL, it should go to this pages. Okay, so app, what I did, I created app as my landing page. Then we have a dashboard, carrier, contact us page, and if anybody give wrong URL, then it will come to this URL. Okay, let's put HTTP, and then we will go to menu, and give the correct word. Okay, for carrier, let us see what we have used there. For carrier, it's carrier. Okay, okay. Now, if you go there and try to see what happening, you will see our code is not working. Okay. Our app does not include header and footer, so we have to go our app.js file, and then we need to import header and footer. So what we will do, instead of importing here, yeah, we will go to app.js file and we will import headers, import. It gives wrong, it gives error because uh, as RJ said, like every tag should have a starting and end tag. Okay, so if we can do it like this, then everything should be fine. Yeah. Now we are somehow good. Okay. Okay. This is our header component. This is our footer component. So instead of footer, I should use instead of header. I think if we use menu, then it would be better. No, sorry, not here. I will not use menu here. I will use menu inside our index. Okay. Let us see whether we can do that or not. Import. Okay. So now our application means some kind of design got implemented. Okay. Any dot? What I did here? Any question here?
Uh, Sir, please repeat again all the thing that you have just.
Okay. The first thing which I did, I'm trying to implement router in our application. Okay, router means I'm telling the path, like if I give this URL, go to this, mm, bring this component into the pictures. Okay. So for that, we need to first install this dependency React router DOM. Okay. So I just did and then install React router DOM. It got installed in our machine. Then uh, the way for using router in our application or in React is that we need to bring these three dependencies from React router DOM. This browser router. Okay. This routes and this route. Okay. And the way of writing this, the browser router should be your outer. Then inside that you should have some routes, and then inside that your base routes. Okay. What are the routes you have in your application? Now for default, this is your default. Okay. If it comes in, I mean this should be your landing page. You are saying so this we give the component inside the element. So with element we are attaching the component. So you can give that name. Okay. And then this path says like the URLs which we get in the browser. So if somebody gave localhost 3000 backslash, so it should open this app component, okay, and render it, right? Similarly, for the path carrier, it should render the carrier component. For path contactors, it should render the contactors component. Okay. And this star mean if no URL match, then it should open this no page component. Okay, let us wait for 2 minutes. Okay, let's Azan get complete, then I will start again. Yeah, sorry. So what I was telling, like in order to use React router, we need to install this dependency React router DOM in our application, right? Once we have that, then we have to do the path. Like in browser, if we give carrier, then show this component. What I'm doing, what does this mean? Like if this is our URL, then if I give slash carrier, then it should open some page. Okay, right now it's not happening. Nothing is happening because our router has not been fully done. Okay, right now it's not happening like that. Nothing happened. Okay, we need to do some more thing. And here, what I did, I created the routes for our application and everything. Okay,
Can you please click on that carrier and all those things on this?
so they will not work. Okay, they will not work now. Okay, they will not work. Why? I will tell you. Okay, actually the URL are getting changed, right? But we don't see the exact page, right? The page are not getting rendered. We need to do one more change. You can see they are coming, but it's not doing anything and neither giving any errors. Okay, no errors and nothing. Let's see why. what other thing we need to do. Mhm. Uh, if you go to our menu page, it's an anchor tag, okay. But in reality, in I would say the React does not use anchor tag for navigations. What they use this link, okay, link tag for the navigations. So if you want to use it, you have to use this link tag, okay. So let me go to our menu and then add these two things, link and outlet in our application. And then all the place where we are using anchor tag, we have to use this link tag. Okay. So this anchor will become link. Yeah, everything are done. I can see one word. The word. Okay. That's defined but never been used. Let us use this outlet also. Give outlet at the bottom. Let me see. What is it? Yeah, give outlet at the bottom. Everything are fine. Let's see what it's work or not. Okay. I just got one error. What error? Mhm. Everything got compiled successfully. Then error. Okay. What happened? Mhm. Let me see if any errors are there. Then why? Ideally, there should not be any error. Error. Okay. Starting the development server. Print successful, but nothing are showing up. Why? What wrong I have done? Okay, I can see one error. What? Type error. Something type error. What? The above error occur in the link component. Okay, with error. Cannot restrict property. This as it is none. Now, okay, let me see if I use some variable which are not there. Let me copy this for our naming convention. Let's go to menu. I have been using the same thing, right? This carrier, contact us, dashboard. I don't see any. issue with this. Okay. It may be I simply copy the href link to. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry. Now I got another error. What error? Cannot district property. Okay, okay, understand. This thing I need to get something. Ah, where I did the mistake. The above error occur in the link component of which error cannot this structure property base name of the React website. Okay, okay. No. And where this error occurs? Cannot restrict the base name of the use content that it is null. Hmm. Use the link to the React DOM, but your app is not wrapped by the. Okay, 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 okay. I think we cannot give menu here. Okay, this is the main culprit. This is the main culprit. Yeah, yeah. So that was the main culprit. So what we can do, we have this, and then we can use the everything. And let's see whether we can give menu here. Hmm. Now we are good. So instead of giving menu two type, let's give like this. Okay, and then this our application are ready. If we type the what happens? They are not getting loaded. Why they are not coming? Any mistake I am doing from now? I don't think so. Let's say home and dashboard. No. Okay. Okay. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Let me check for nothing. Link this. Close link. Link this to this. What mistake is there? Can you find any mistake with this code and this code? link, link, align to link, then to. Nothing, right? Any changes, any other changes which I need to give? I am opening the link tag and closing the link tag, right? And whatever thing I have given here, the same thing are there. Let me see that. Backslash, backslash, backslash. Okay, and let me open the first page. Open the index here. So what change they have done? Nothing. Nothing. Route blocks the same way which I did. I think it will work, but I think some small change need to done. Okay, the same features I have developed in this project and it is working fine there, but I don't know why it's not working. Why this code is not working? Let me run this thing. Okay, let me run this thing and show you. Okay, let me close this application first. Run this application and then start. I don't see any changes when from here, but why page are not getting load? Not related to anything. Okay. This is a very basic example. If you see, if I change the page, right, uh, those contents are also getting changed. Okay, and these contents are coming from the controllers. Okay, from the different, I would say, controller. Like we have these controller, blocks controller, contact controller, and home controller. And this layout is the menu bar. Okay, and if I give any wrong URL, if I give any wrong URL, it brings us to this 404 pages. So why our application is not running? Okay, okay, let us stop till here. Okay, I will resolve it and push my code.
Sir, you will teach us next next session.
Yeah, next session. I don't know. Actually, it should work. Okay,
Sometime
because
it happens, sir.
yes, with the same thing with a smaller one, everything is working fine. But
Yeah.
it might be a small mistake, naming convention, spelling mistake, or anything like that, which is stopping those things. Okay.
Sir, we are also getting confused by seeing error.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So we are good. Okay. So let's meet next week. Any question for now?
No, sir, no question.
Okay. So Venkat, any question from your end?
Okay.
No. It might be some small mistake. Okay. It might be some silly mistake. I don't know why. Okay. It might be due to this. I don't know. Due to this. I will resolve it and I will tell you. Okay. It will be a very small mistake because same code, the same similar code are working. This code I have run and it was working without any issue. Okay. So the very small one, but same thing are happening. Only the page are getting changed, right? Instead of this thing, hi hello, we are working with, I would say, big pages. So ideally it should work, but why it is not working? I will find it and I will ping you. Okay. 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 That's all for now. I don't know why it's not. Okay. That's all for now. Let's meet on next week. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.